All right. Well, we're alive. Hopefully, Rob will get here shortly. But yeah. So yeah, this is the final episode of Tales from Nunawake, Wisconsin, and
And
I'm Scott.
surprise,
Yeah, surprise.
And this is we're doing a special pre-show this time.
yeah.
Nice. So I'm Scott Cascades Files, and here's 3 out of the 4 stars of the show. Actually, why don't we do that real quick? I'll introduce Dr. Akelari.
Hello.
And
I'm a
Tim.
star.
You are a star. You always have been.
Hey guys.
And Aaron.
Hey, welcome back.
Yep, excellent. So we're just waiting on Robert. Robert I'm assuming there's like literally a fire in his house or something like that, or he's saving someone's life or something like that. That's the only reason he'd be late. I mean, he is really a punctual dude, but he's just not here yet. So
We could bring back the ever entertaining rock, paper, scissors competition.
I'm not sure anyone is really ready for that to happen. Yeah, that.
What about musical instruments? We could jam a little bit while we're waiting.
Well, why don't you tell us about your newest addition to the Mikey Wong's playlist?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Mikey has expanded a little bit, trying to account for some music that he doesn't normally listen to too much. So I think the latest stuff he added was Photograph by Def Leppard. And what else? His new favorite song, The Brazilian by Genesis.
Ooh, I probably know that one, but I don't remember it off the top of my head.
So my personal inspiration, it's used recently in a Hulu show. Can I say names like that?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a comedy starring Adam Sandberg, or Andy Samberg, sorry, on Hulu called Palm Springs, and it's kind of a Groundhog's Day thing, but not. And there's a montage that uses that song, and it's so awesome. It's so inspiring.
Is it from the 70s or more of their later stuff? Because I don't recall that one.
I thought it was from something in the 80s. What was the album with the hand on it?
Was that Invisible Touch?
Yeah, it's on Invisible Touch. Yep.
Oh, okay. I was just about to Google it, so.
Yeah. I highly recommend you listen to it. It's it's got that gated drum effect that was really super popular for Phil Collins and Genesis at the time. And they just put together a cool jam, but it's just so like
I will check it out. I have the CD, but I don't think I've ever listened to that song.
Oh yeah, definitely. Loud. Really loud.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey.
He's here!
Woo!
Welcome, dude.
Thank goodness.
Uh-oh.
There he is. Yeah, let's do one last chop for old time's sake.
This is the way that Thermians in Galaxy Quest say hello.
Classic.
Cool.
Back again?
Should we do characters or?
Yeah, let's do that since we have some time. So let's when we start, let's go with Alice. Tell us about Alice.
Okay. If while we're waiting, I could actually read you Alice's whole bio.
No, we don't want that. Nobody wants that.
Okay.
Nice try, though. No, vetoed. Vetoed.
Okay, so Alice, my name is Alice Wonder. Oh, here comes. My name is Alice Wonder Sprang. I'm 14.
Robert, shame upon your house, shame upon your family, shame
Listen,
upon
no,
your
I'm not
cow.
finishing. It just happens. It happens every now and then. So much technical difficulty, it's insane.
Shame upon your name, shame upon your line.
What else is new?
All right, Alice, rocket, Alice.
Okay, Alice Wonders Spring. Maybe we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
My age is 14. I'm a rocker. And my iconic item is silvered shades, which I wear in honor of Molly Millions from Neuromancer. My anchor person is Joshua, who sort of fills the role of an older brother, but my actual parents died like a week before I was going to be 1 year old, and I'm being raised by my father's brother's family. My pride is I don't take shit from no one. My problem is that my aunt and uncle, aka step-parents, want me to accept that my parents' death was an accident, but as I've, past the age of 10, and as, critical thinking starts to kick in, perhaps not the best critical thinking, I've begun to suspect that there's some conspiracy that caused their death, that it wasn't an accident. My drive is I need to figure it all out. It's got to make sense. My favorite song is Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Want to Have Fun, except that in this reality, Cyndi Lauper is a heavy metal singer. So you have to imagine a heavy metal version of Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
That's not hard. You can totally see it. Awesome. All right, how about some Mikey Wong action?
So excuse me, I play Mikey Wong. Mikey's 13 years old, and he's now a sophomore in high school. He's a computer geek, and Mikey's really iconic item is his Sharp Pocket computer, which he just got the new Sharp PC 1600, which has got 4 lines of readout, each 26 characters wide. And
who needs
memory,
26 characters?
I know. Memory not only has ROM, but RAM of 16K,
Whoa.
which is expandable to 80K. That's right.
Whoa.
80K.
Wow.
Yeah.
You'll never use that much memory.
Did that cost you $1 million?
know.
What the hell?
It's a good thing it comes with a tape backup. So,
Is it a cassette tape? You just plug a cassette
Pretty much is.
recorder into it?
Yep. You can plug in cassette to save and load. It has you can
Okay.
plug in a printer for it, a little handheld printer, and it's got what do they call it? It's a light.
RS-232.
It's got a light-based serial port. So I'm not sure if that means it's like laser or what.
But
But
laser.
Oh.
Who knows?
crazy.
Crazy talk.
And Mikey's recently switched his anchor, so Mikey's really come to appreciate Jude's mom. And so
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah. Jude's mom represents all kinds of safety and security and great place to go. So his pride is that he's the go-to guy for technical stuff. That doesn't really change. Mikey's problem, well, I should explain his drive. No, yeah, his problem is that well, his mom wants to hang around at inopportune times. Let's just say that. Mikey finally has a date with a girl named Robin Wild, and they met at a library-sponsored ice cream social.
Nice. Nice.
But his mom does not approve of her and won't tell him why she doesn't approve. She just does not approve. So any
Mm.
dates that Mikey's going to go on with Robin are definitely chaperoned by mom.
Oh wow.
So that's his problem. And
That's awesome.
his drive is that he really wants to help his mom get her job back at Eldrin Labs. So Mikey thinks that the best way to do this right now is to learn all about Eldrin Labs' interface tech and security, so that he can write a virus, so that he can get her back in and get her a job.
Oh,
Somehow
that'll work.
Yeah, somehow that's going to work out just fine. So
Awesome. That's Mikey Wong.
yeah, that's Mikey Wong.
Awesome.
Well, I think this episode is going to be all about us helping Mikey Wong get a date that his mother doesn't know about.
Oh my God. I don't think we have that kind of time. You don't have the skills for that. So
I'm not sure that's our audience, really.
And what do we roll for that?
Yeah,
everything.
I think it's charm, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
we got to group all our charm together.
Oh.
Yeah,
You don't have enough. You don't.
it's a team charm event. Yeah.
All right. How about Andy Martin? Let's hear about Andy Martin.
Hey, so Andy is 15. He's a freshman in high school this year. He is the athlete of the group. Very much think The Breakfast Club and Emilio Estevez's character. Similar type of situation where his father is very much pushing him into sports, and it's all about, even now his dad's starting to talk about college, even though he's a freshman in high school. He's getting a lot of pressure to make sure that he does well. The football season's just wrapping up this year, but he just keeps getting pressure to work hard and to be the best. He as such, he does, his pride is he's got a great throwing arm. When on the baseball team, he's a pitcher, and on the football team right now, he's the second string quarterback as a freshman on the JV team. So it's not too bad, but he really that's his life right now is those sports things. His favorite song is "The Summer of '69" by Bryan Adams, and his drive is again to win and to compete. So the pressure is starting to build on him, and part of that leads to his problem, which is he's drinking a little bit more, and he's partying a lot. It's kind of his release from all the pressure that he's under. So we just hope that that doesn't become a problem for him.
Cool. Awesome. All right. And last but not least, Jude Walker. Tell us about Jude.
What up? I'm Robert. I play Jude Walker. They are 13 and our resident weirdo. They have a luck of 2 points. Their iconic item is a Polaroid that their mom gifted to them for it was like kind of like a birthday, but also like, hey, go into the world and like experience it, kind of a gift. And my anchor is my older brother Rigby Walker, and Jude's pride is that they can solve any mystery given enough time. Their problem is they're unfamiliar with the outside world, being sheltered for so long as a child, and their drive is that they want to experience that world. And Jude's favorite song is actually Eleanor Rigby by the Beatles, because it reminds him of his brother a lot.
Cool. And we actually on the Discord and probably elsewhere by the time this goes into YouTube, we just got the Jude Walker rockin' soundtrack, so definitely be checking that out.
Created at the inception of the character. Good stuff.
He really didn't. He just really liked how Mikey was doing that, and he just made one.
Oh, ouch.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge copycat.
No.
If I don't
I
get it on
kid.
time, I'm gonna lie and I'm gonna steal and I'm gonna stab you if you think of it again.
He might know where I live. I'm gonna be quiet about that. Awesome. All right. Awesome. So let's jump into it and kind of do this. So yeah, it is Christmas Eve day.
Oh,
Oh,
It's snowing outside.
interesting.
It's cold. It's probably early to mid afternoon at this point, and you guys are all gathered in the hideout, kind of maybe exchanging gifts with each other. This might be the only time y'all are able to get together during the holidays. I'll let you guys role play it out. Tell me what's going on. What's it looking like?
I'm gonna make an amendment real quick. Jude no longer has 2 luck points, just the 1 now.
Oh, you had a
Ah,
birthday.
That's right, in November.
Nice. All
It
right.
was
Well,
in November, baby.
yeah, add your attribute point then too.
Yes. It's
Nice.
gonna go into heart,
Nice. As it should. As it should.
as it should. Okay,
Awesome.
so we were where?
So you're at the not clubhouse, the hideout. New Year's Eve day, maybe exchanging gifts, maybe just chilling out, chilling like villains.
Okay.
so Mikey probably didn't really think of socially like getting gifts for his friends, but perhaps his mom did. Like, you know, you should give this to your friends, and give this to Andy, and give this to Jude, give this to Alice, type of thing.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's probably like something good luck related and prosper, little trinkets of prosperity,
Gotcha. Awesome.
Jude definitely has presents, but I don't think they're like big presents. I think they're Jude's mom helped make him some like either like some food for the group or
Oh,
like
that's awesome. That sounds like Jude's mom.
made cards, and we kind of just Jude brought some food for everybody to eat and enjoy on Christmas Eve before we, you know.
Cool. How about Andy? Did Andy Martin bring anything? Booze?
Yeah, so he knows everybody sort of in some way likes music, I guess. So he brought everybody a cassette tape. So for Alice, he got her the Runaways first album, featuring Joan Jett and Cherie Currie and the gang. For Mikey Wong, he got him the Dire Straits Brothers in Arms cassette. And for Jude, he got John Mellencamp's Scarecrow. So
Nice.
John Cougar Mellencamp.
He was Cougar still then, yeah.
Yeah, he might have been Cougar on Scarecrow. I can't remember.
All right. What did Alice bring anything?
This is Christmas Eve.
Yep, Christmas Eve
Christmas
day.
Day.
Well, it's Christmas Eve day.
Oh, it's Christmas
Okay.
Eve day. Okay.
All right. I just want to say if you had allowed me to read Alice's bio,
No.
you would have found out this little snippet. Alice was
Uh,
born on January 3rd, 1971. Her parents died on the night of December 23rd, 1971, while driving home in a snowstorm from the Swedish Loop staff holiday party.
oh my gosh. So this is just a day after the anniversary.
This is the day of it's the day after her parents died. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So what does Alice bring?
And what did you bring up?
Alice kind of struggled just to bring herself.
That's fair.
And that's kind of it.
Cool. So yeah, I can imagine. Oops, I gotta move the kitty. One moment, please. Hi, say hi to Roxy, by the way. Hi, Roxy.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
Hello,
Roxy.
Mwah.
Run away.
Run away. So, all right.
Mike,
So, yeah. So go ahead.
oh, I was to say, Mikey again, not the best socially sometimes. He's totally infatuated with his new girlfriend. You know, probably sees you and thinks, "Oh, you're a girl, right?" and not knowing anything about your situation and not really being able to read where you're at. He's just totally caught up in it, and so Mikey, I come up to you and say, Alice, what do you think would make for a good gift for Robin? I still need to get her a Christmas gift.
Can uh, 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 what do we know about Robin?
Her name is Robin Wild, and
That's
met
it.
her at a library event. She goes to her
But is
school.
she goes to the school, so this would be somebody we all would probably have seen around.
Yeah, she's a freshman this year.
Okay. What sort of person is she? I'm trying to get a feel for what Alice would already know about Robin Wilde.
So Alice is pondering that over when suddenly, over at one edge of the hideout, suddenly this white light lights up, so white that it's blinding you. There's it's like it's just this white light that's emanating from nowhere. It doesn't have a shape or a form, but
My
thank you for the follow and cookies. So, so another individual, another upcoming campaign. So yeah, so there's this big white light that's off to one side, and again, no shape, no form, but just light that blinds you for a second. And suddenly, out from it comes this figure just tumbling head over heels, and then kind of goes tumbling on their side. And
It's Santa Claus.
It's a Terminator.
When it sits up, you see it's, I don't know, somebody maybe like in the, I don't know, in their 40s or 50s, an Asian man, kind of cut salt and pepper hair at this point, and he just looks around. And he's like, "Oh, thank goodness! My name's Michael Wong, and I'm here to tell you a story, and then ask a huge favor."
You're not criminal Santa.
And from there we'll do the intro movie real quick, and we'll be right back.
I have a quick reaction for when we go back on.
We are on. You're back.
Okay. So, Mikey was like kind of super curious, and as the light's coming out, but as soon as he heard Andy say something about a Terminator, he just like had this ghastly look on his face, and looks at Andy as if that could totally be true.
So
Which Mikey is looking at Andy?
The
Yeah.
young one.
yeah, right. So
Okay.
so he sits up. You see as you kind of your eyes adjust to the light. Now the light is actually gone, back to the darkness. And he's wearing like a suit and tie with a white lab coat over it. Mikey, being the observational individual, will notice he's wearing a wedding band.
Ooh.
Ooh. So he sits up and he's still kind of catching his breath. He pushes himself up off the floor and stands up and takes you guys in, you people in. He's like, I'm glad it went so smooth.
What year are you from?
Well, hey, what is this? What's going on, man? This is real weird. This is honestly very weird. I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Jude the oversharer has struck again. So he's like, okay, we have a lot to cover and not as much time as I'd like. So yeah, I'm from 2020.
Alice,
The year
Alice
2020.
says, wait, before you get into it, I want you two Mikeys stand together. I just, I want to see if this is real.
Didn't this just create the time paradox?
I would say, as both the Mikeys, we kind of look at Alice and just think, this is nothing. This is not important right now.
Well put. Well put. And my older Michael, as opposed to Mikey, kind of, moves down towards Alice. He's like, Alice, I appreciate your enthusiasm, your need to know things, but you need to shut the fuck up for just a little bit, all right?
Wow, Mikey learned to swear.
Yeah.
And I just want to mention that he is now an adult. Adults are not
Right.
wonderful people.
Yeah.
So
And therefore not to be trusted.
yeah. So he's like, all right, everybody. He's like, I'm sorry, Alice. I'm sorry. This is just. Please, everybody, just have a seat. Let me get this out. And we got a lot to do. And he kind of puts touches Alice's shoulder. He's like, I really am sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just. All right. I want to tell you all a story. So, there was this guy, this real cool guy. I looked up to him a lot. He's pretty awesome. He did a lot of things well, amongst which was being a really awesome friend. And he graduated high school, and he played to his strengths, and he found himself in college, and he was working his way through college on a scholarship. That arm of his could throw 100 miles an hour, I swear. And his star just rose. He got good grades in college, but his heart was still set on the baseball. And he was immediately taken in by the minors, and it wasn't that much longer before it was definite that he was going to be going to the big game. I was so proud of him. I was so proud. And he was 25, and he started noticing that his grip was failing. His muscles started getting stiff. He was having some just problems moving around right. And that led to his diagnosis with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. It's called, you don't hear about it much right yet, but it's called ALS and other stuff.
Oh.
And that was when he was 25. And he really fought like a monster, but there is no beating this disease. And at 27, I lost him. I lost this guy. And it was one of the worst days of my entire life. So I finally found a way to change this maybe and set this right, and I need your help. I'm going to be asking a lot of you real soon, but we got to put this together.
Do I need my jacket?
Yes, Jude, you're going to need your jacket.
Okay, give me a second. Jude's gonna go run and grab their jacket off of a hook somewhere. All right, I'm good.
All right. So here's the deal. So I work at a loop facility, right? They have a cure for this disease. And it actually exists here, but they don't realize that they don't have all the parts they need in the right places to do it. So basically, we're going to break into the loop. And we're going to need some things to, one, get in there, to then make the thing happen, and then get me to my right time. So here goes. We're going to need 5 things. And I was formulating this. How do I get this? How do I do this? I only have a certain amount of time and to get back safely. And I thought, well, everything we need was from our adventures. The things we did, the good things we did, are going to lead to better things. So here we are. So first of all, one of us has to find Icarus Crane. I see. He's had some upgrades since you knew
I
him.
see. You
So
got it.
I know where he is right now. He's actually in the woods outside of the robot graveyard. So I can tell you exactly where he is. He's a good guy. In the future, he agreed to help us. So I'm pretty positive you can convince him. So one of you needs to get them. Second, we need to pay a visit to Jimmy Vargas at the Fantasy Zone. One of the pieces of that video game portal he made is still functioning and is one of the pieces I need to kind of make this process work correctly. Somebody has to get that. Next, someone has to go to Sabrina Green. She has more of those. She found more of those bracelets, one of them at least, and she actually read the instructions this time. So the thing was originally, as you knew back then, it was meant as a safety device to protect from lasers as various experiments were going on. Well, that's how we're going to get past the laser grid to get in there. I'm going to alter it a little bit once we get it, but that's going to get us past that. Now, I also need somebody to visit Katie Farrell. Dark Vengeance, or whatever the hell her name was. She has
Christmas Santa.
Yeah, that. She has those grenades. Now, okay, so I don't have a lot of time to explain this, but so when you travel in time, if you don't travel in space, you're pretty much dead. So like, here's the Earth right now, and here we are, and here is the Earth 24 hours from now, all the way over here. So if I travel, I'm here, and I travel 24 hours in the past, I'm in space and I die. So you have to travel in space. Now, using the future technology that the loop has, I was able to do this. But on the way back, what's going to happen is I'm going to kind of, when we get to the place I need to be, I'm going to kind of get sucked back to my time, but the space factor isn't so precise. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be about 1,000 feet in the air, if not more. And that bracelet the levitation grenade that she had was actually, it was meant for to protect you from, it's like a parachute alternative. And I'm just going to transfer it back to its real use and not die. So now here's the last part, and here's the part where if you want to walk away from this, I completely understand. And I'll find a way. I don't know how, but I'll find a way. So I'm going to go get Julie Alexander. I know where she is. Well, her future self told me where she is, and I know that she'll help us. You gave her a whole new life. So part of this process is basically this. This process is going to pass through bodies, and it basically takes out vitality and transfers it to the target. So I need a total of what equates to And I really don't know on the metaphysics of it, but about 24 years of life, 23 years actually. I'm sorry. And she's volunteered to take 20. You've already given her a whole new life. But I can't, because I'm going to be running the equipment, and I don't think even that the time triangle will work like that. So that means that to help Andy, each of you needs to basically give up a year of your lives. And I'm hoping you're willing to do that. It's a big take. It's a big ask.
Screw it. Let's just go play video games.
Like, Andy, I need you to shut the fuck up.
If it's for Andy, you've got it.
Well, thanks, guys.
It's like, Alice, are you in?
Well, it seems like a meaningless concept, so sure. I mean, we don't know how long we're going to live, so I have no idea what it means to take a year off. Do we take a year off the end or the beginning? I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I figured you'd ask that, Alice, and I prepared a statement. Let me get that out here. He actually takes out a card. He says, Alice, so it's going to take off theoretically the very last year of your life, and really that's the worst year anyway, so who gives a shit, right? And he kind of puts the card away and looks to Alice and is like, is that about spot on there, or?
Sure. It's still bullshit, but sure. Let's do it. It's for Andy. We'll do it.
All right.
Who does what?
Well, I'm going to give Julie a call and gather her. She's a little ways away. I have a plan to bring her in. But, so...
I think I should go get Jimmy Vargas.
We don't need to get him, just get that part.
Oh.
Yeah. He may be a little not willing to part with it because he's trying to put back that Portal game together, but we need it.
All right.
I can talk to Katie, but it depends whether or not I can use the fan fiction I've imagined over the last week.
Oh my god.
PG, or?
Lay it on me. Lay it on me.
Yeah, no, that Katie and I have started a band called Kill Girls, and it turns out that Katie always wanted to learn the drums anyway, and so we practice in the basement of the video store. Bridget lets us practice in the basement of the video store once all the weird paraphernalia was cleared out.
Becky?
So I'll just ask Katie at our next practice session.
So, yeah, so...
If that just blew up your
next
story.
Wait, no, that's perfectly fine, but it won't be the next practice session. It's going to be tonight.
Okay.
I literally don't have much time, he says. So that's...
All right.
That's 3 of them. Andy, Jude, what do you think you can do?
Yeah, I said I'd go see Icy. I think Andy here will probably be better handling Sabrina Green.
Oh yeah, that's...
She did have the crush.
Oh, she still does.
All right. So I'm gonna... He basically takes out another card. The Michael of the future is as prepared and as diligent as the Mikey of the past. He has another card and he hands it to Jude. He's like, Jude, these are coordinates where Mikey's gonna, where you and Icy should meet us. I'll get the rest of the guys and we'll meet you there.
So hey Mike, do you have something that reads coordinates?
No. So that's once you get Icy, that's where you're going.
Oh,
so Icy is...
He'll know.
Yes, he'll be able to read that. So Icy is right outside the robot graveyard in the back. in like outside of it in the woods there.
Okay.
You'll know
Yeah.
it when you
Okay.
find it. It has like a little house set up.
Perfect.
All right. And with that, he's like,
Um,
I can't thank you all enough. This is
Michael, one
yeah.
thing before you go, or before we split for this. Two things actually. Now that I think about it, where are we going to meet again when we find all this?
Jude and Icy will meet us at where we're going, and then we'll all meet back here, and then I'll
Okay.
take you.
Okay. And the other thing I need to ask your forgiveness for, and I turn around to Alice, and I take her hand, and with her glove and her nail or whatever, right? And I cut the back of my hand,
Oh yeah.
and then I turn around
Whoa.
to look at Michael and Michael's hand.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting. I hadn't thought that far into the paradox, to be quite honest with you. I'll let you decide whether or not he has a scar.
He definitely has a scar.
Right.
I want to be able to trust myself.
Mm.
Fair enough. And Alice is like,
Good thinking,
that was
Mikey.
so metal.
Yeah. Alice
That
is
just kind of seemed unnecessary.
really impressed
Really.
with Mikey at this point.
All right. So at this time, he's like, yeah, again, I know this is unexpected, but this is important. So
Okay.
we'll meet shortly. Do your things.
Anything to help a friend.
All right. So what I figured we'll do, like each of you will get like a solo scene doing whatever you're gonna do, and then we'll do the gathering point scene after that. How about that? All right.
Sounds good.
Everybody want to start us off? No volunteers.
I'll,
Roll dice.
No rock paper scissors. Anything about that?
I'll start.
Okay.
I'll start.
All right. Mikey. So you're going to Jimmy Vargas. Yeah, you walk into the Fantasy Zone arcade, and it's it's kind of it's sadly busy with all the people who like don't have anywhere to be right now. But this is like their fun. So here they are. Better
I
this
would
than
say I would say Mikey's sliding towards his slightly autistic side right now, like friend in trouble, on mission, ignoring all people, gotta do my thing.
right. So yeah, you know where the steps are that go downstairs to where Vargas hangs out and has that game. So yeah, you kind of it's loud. You probably hear a couple of "Hey Mikey, woohoo!" type of things,
Yeah.
which are not heard. And
Don't even.
yeah.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he's downstairs, and sure as hell, Jimmy Vargas is there. He's smoking a cigarette, and he's working with a solder gun on the portal itself.
Hi, Jimmy. Why do you smoke?
He's like, it's killing myself slowly.
Oh. Well, maybe you don't want to do that. Anyway, I need your help with something. And I don't know how to say this, so I'll just come out and say it. I need a piece of your portal, and I can't really tell you why, but and I don't even know if I can bring it back to you.
He's like,
Can you help me out?
he's like, the only thing still intact is the Virtuo stabilizer. Why would you want that?
Is that what I needed? I never caught
Yeah.
that.
No, I never told you. But
Okay.
yeah, that was what the part is. Yes. He handed you a card.
Gotcha.
Probably even sketched it on there.
Well, I let's just suffice to say it's for a friend and it's gonna save a life. So, if there's anything I can do for you in return for this, please don't hesitate to ask.
All right. Why don't
May
you
I have?
yeah, go ahead and roll your charm. You definitely satisfied the requirement there.
Charm.
The
Charming?
old Mikey Charm.
He is charming.
I'm
So
charming? Hey.
so yeah, so Jimmy's like you see him kind of go up to the piece, you know, it's actually still in the portal itself and kind of pulls it out. It was kind of held in there by friction basically. He's like, you know what? I don't think I was really going to put this together anyway. But he kind of holds it up above Mikey's head, Mikey being not the tallest guy.
Uh.
He's like, I'm going to need you to help me out. I got a couple games that aren't working, and for life of me, I can't get through them. But you got that new portable computer, right?
Yeah, the Sharp PC 1600.
All right. You fix those two games for me, and it'll be worth it.
Are they 8-bit graphic?
He's like, let's discuss it when you get back. I got
Wait,
some
what's the
stuff to do."
memory map like on those?
He's like, that's why I'm hiring you, Mikey.
Okay, you're right.
And with that, he hands you the piece, and it
Is this
looks like a circuit board, kind of curved, has some LEDs on it to show activity and stuff, but it looks generally unremarkable. But there are a couple parts on there that look like Mikey's like, I don't know what the hell it is.
do you have something I can wrap this in and put it in a box or something?
Mikey, you're starting to get on my nerves. I gave you the thing.
All right. All right.
He's like, go upstairs. Go upstairs. There's like tell Eddie that you can have one of those mini lunchbox things. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay. And no promising to anybody else. I get first dibs on working on those games.
Oh, absolutely, Mikey. Absolutely. Wouldn't dare.
Okay.
So yeah, you pop upstairs, tell Eddie, and he hands you this thing. It looks like it's one of the prizes, like from the few like ticket games they have, like this little My Little Pony mini lunchbox. And now it's yours.
Do you have anything that's Incredible Hulk?
He's like, there's a reason we're giving away the My Little Ponies kid.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I wrap it up, stuff it away in my backpack, head out to meet the group.
All right. Who's next?
Let's roll for it.
No.
No, that sounds like so much fun though.
I'll go.
I gotta
0.
work.
I think Andy's going.
Okay.
Go, Andy, go.
All right, so I ride my bike over to Sabrina's house, I assume.
Yeah, you guys actually dropped her off, so you know where even if you didn't have any contact with her afterwards, you know where she lives. So yeah, she's there. She kind of sees you as you knock on the door, and there's that window in the door, and she pulls aside the little drapes and sees you, and you can kind of see her like she must have been standing on something to get up there, like a little thing, and it's like suddenly she drops, and like she must have accidentally stepped off. And she opens up the door, and oh, hey, Merry Christmas!
Hey, Sabrina, how you doing?
Like, I'm doing great, thanks. I totally did not expect to see you on Christmas Eve night, where the hell this is.
Well, I didn't expect to see you either, but if you don't mind, if I could come in for a second, I have to talk to you about something.
She's like, you can see that blushing look on her face, this look in her eyes, like, oh my God, this is it. And she lets him in. Her parents are kind of muddling around the tree still, so they're really not paying any attention, and she waves you over, and you go into her room. She gets in there fast, like put some like a what do you call it, a little blanket over something that was in there, kind of like on the wall, and she turns around. So, what brings you my way?
So this is really weird, and Yeah, I guess here's the thing. You know those bracelets, or the bracelet, were there two or just one? I can't remember.
There was one, but it's inferred that
Yeah,
she found
okay.
others.
Okay, so here's the thing. You're just gonna have to like track with me on this. So, the bracelets, it turns out, is going to be something that's very critical to save someone's life. And I know this sounds really weird. I get it, but I really, really need them, Sabrina. And so here's the thing. I would like to give you my prized baseball in exchange
Oh my god.
for the bracelets. It's that important to me, and I just want to tell you show you that's how much it means to me.
I don't think she wants your baseball, dude.
Baseball's a start. So she's like, that was not the word she was expecting, but she's like, well, there was just I found the other one. There's one. I mean, and it's yours. You guys saved my life. That's the least I can do. I don't want to. I don't want to take your ball. You know, I mean, this is. I kind of owe you.
Well, yeah, but you know, I mean, I just it's like I know I just showed up here out of the blue, and you know, I'm sure it seems really weird, but yeah, no, this is really, really important to me, and I mean, it would mean a lot.
So she kind of looks at the ball you're proffering her way, and this I won't make this roll because she is only too excited to do whatever you'd like. So she kind of takes the ball and she's like, so how about I kind of, you know, hold on to this for you, you know, in trust, and then like when you need it, I give it back to you, but in the meantime I keep it safe. How's that?
So yeah, so how about after maybe in a couple of weeks, you know, maybe you could return it to me if you want to go to a movie or something.
Just like, sure, that sounds adequate. You can tell, like she's trying to talk it down, like this is the best day of my life on the inside, but she's like, keep it calm, Sabrina, keep it calm, keep it in there, keep it on there. And she's like, yeah. So she goes over and she kind of goes under her bed, and there's this box, and she opens it up and hands you over one of those bracelets that looks identical to the one that you kind of helped break off of her before. Like I'll send the instructions along, but I hope whatever it is, I hope that it turns out okay.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, thank you, Sabrina. So I'll give you a call.
Okay. Well, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too.
And you go out and leave behind a girl screaming into her pillow, type of thing.
No, wait. Just to clarify, her parents didn't care that some guy just walked into her bedroom.
It was that they weren't paying attention. They were paying attention to the tree, getting the tree finalized. You know how parents can be. And plus,
do I have to do a sneak out roll? Or?
No, they'll be like, if they see it, they'll just be like questions. And remember, Tales from Loop parents they generally don't care or don't see things, so they just totally missed the ball on that one, as it were. So yeah, you kind of skulk out unnecessarily because they're fighting about which tree topper goes on, and at this point, and they don't even notice you. Terrible parents, like every single parent in the world.
Put it in the box.
I swear I didn't break the other one, not on purpose. Yeah. All right. Who is next?
Alice will go next.
Go Alice.
Alice go.
Alice, go for it. So set the scene.
Yeah, so she's gotta leave the hideout, go find a phone, and gives a call to to Katie's house, and it rings. Do you want to take over, or should I say what happened?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the picks up and it's Katie. Like, hello, Farrell
Okay.
residence.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, Katie. How you
Like-
doing? Merry Christmas.
Oh, it's Alice. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I've been really practicing the drums, girl, and this is gonna rock like it's never rocked before.
Cool. Yeah. I know. We're gonna be fantastic.
We're gonna be
Uh,
famous.
Yeah, you betcha. Feral Wonder, man. It's gonna be cool.
Like, so yeah, you
Ah.
want to get together and practice or something? I get some
That's
time.
awesome.
I'm done with my chores.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm totally ready.
I can't tonight, but something really weird has come up, and I'm looking to get my hands on one of those floating grenades of yours. Any chance I can
She's like, quiet,
get one tonight?
not so loud. Jesus,
It's a phone call. Who's gonna hear it?
I don't know. Like your step
Click,
parents.
click, 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 click.
I'm at a phone booth. Don't worry about it.
Right? I mean, I got like only 2 of them left. You want me to give you one of them something stupid, probably.
Oh, crap. I don't know how many I need. Can I have them both?
Oh, hell no.
Well, okay. I'll go with one. It better be enough.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and roll a charm? You're asking for her last 2 in the whole wide world.
Okay. Well, the last 2 that she has.
The last 2 that she
I'm
has.
assuming they're just, you know, sitting in the cafeteria at
Yeah, you could always shake her down for her source.
Yeah. So this is where now, since it's a phone call, can I click the one that invokes the silvered shades?
No.
You can probably imagine me wearing the silver shades.
Probably not. Not for this one. Good try though.
Okay. All right. Charm.
Ooh, 2 successes.
All right.
Oh.
So 1 gets you what you're looking for. And
Okay.
let's see here. So you have an extra die if you want to use a bonus effect.
Okay. She keeps believing you. You have formed a lasting relationship. She will take risks to help you. She'll try to persuade others to believe you. She's infatuated. Ah. I guess she. Well, I kind of want to say she takes risks to help you because it's Christmas Eve and she's got to, grab the grenades and, talk her way out of the house on Christmas Eve and,
Okay,
get them to me.
Right, you choose that one then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's like you get 1. I need the other one. It's gonna be for our opening concert, and it's gonna be the coolest thing on stage. We'll have pyrotechnics, and then we'll have something float straight off the stage. Don't tell me that's not cool as hell.
That is cool as hell. You convinced me. 1.
Right.
I don't even want the other one now.
Where are you at?
If Mike needs it, screw him. Well, actually, sorry, Tim or Andy. I keep forgetting which one you are.
Tim, Andy, Mike, you.
So she's like, where are you at?
All right.
These are the easy questions.
We could, let's meet at the video shop.
All right, awesome. We'll cut to Jude.
Woo woo.
All right, so what are you doing, Jude?
Jude's gonna head straight over to the robot graveyard. Uh, Jude will probably call Rigby first to see if Jude can get a ride over. So I'm gonna try and call Rigby.
All right.
At the house.
So Rigby answers, being home on New Year's Eve like everyone else is in the family. You can hear stuff going on in the background. This, as you might imagine, the Walker household is hyper Christmassy when it comes to Christmas decorations, etc. There's literally tinsel on every possible surface. There's bells. There's mistletoes, multiple mistletoes, etc., etc. And there you can hear like stuff cooking in the background. And Rigby picks up. He's like, Jude, I don't care what the hell it is, but somehow I need you to get me the hell out of this place. I'm going crazy.
Oh my God. You know what? I have the perfect thing because I need a ride to help a friend. Could you pick me up downtown? Right by the library?
You have gas money this time?
Oh, you know what? I have a lot of love for my brother.
Well, I didn't get you anything for Christmas, so Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right. He'll come. He'll
I'll see you
come.
there.
He'll come
Tell
pick
Mommy
you up.
that I love them.
Yeah, I'm out of here. He'll come pick you up. All right. So where am I taking you to? One of your little friends' houses?
No, we actually have to go to the robot graveyard.
We don't have to go to. Oh, well, I thought you were gonna make me take you to like Wong's house, and his mom scares the living crap out of me.
No, not yet. Anyways,
Or
but you might be scared when we get there. Just kind of be cool about it, okay?
all right, so yeah, so Robot Graveyard. That's not weird at all. All right, so you guys cruise off, and he's kind of taking it slow. Again, it's snowing outside. It's not the most hospitable driving weather that you've ever seen, and but yeah, you guys are cruising. He's like, yeah. So, what are we doing again? Why am I driving out in the middle of nowhere on Christmas Eve day? It's starting to get dark.
So, you know how, like, you'll see, what do they call robots in Tales from the Loop?
Oh,
Balancing.
self-balancing devices or something like that.
Okay, so you know all those self-balancing machines we have around town?
Yeah, they're real helpful. I'm cool. I'm actually learning to pilot one. Did I tell you that? I'm taking some classes.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
you know
doing
what,
some
I've
construction
actually
this summer.
piloted one, a couple. Mikey actually got us into some really cool construction robots, and then we kind of like used them like Rock'em Sock'ems. We were fighting with them. It was really cool. I actually met Criminal Santa that way.
You don't like call me this kind of crap,
Oh,
but this is what I get called for.
I-
Seriously,
it's kind of like a
you
show.
didn't stop to think that hey, maybe Rigby would find Rock'em Sock'em Robots with robots freaking cool as heck. You didn't think about that. You just thought, hey, I need a ride.
You know what? I love you, brother. And next time we play Rock'em Sock'em Robots with real robots, you'll be the first person I call.
This is disappointing as hell.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll play again though, because we kind of, I think we did that, right? And then we met Criminal Santa, and then we never went back, and I think we might have broke something.
So, as you guys are pulling up, and you see like the lit up sign of Heller. I forget what the heck the name of the place was. Let me look it up. Robert Self Balancing Machine Storage. and it's kind of lit up. The sign is lit up by lights, and it's starting to actually get dark now. And he's like, "Okay, so I there are so many things about that I need to disassemble here, dude."
Okay, so we actually need to go in the back of this. If you want, do you want to come? You can come, but you could also stay. If you come, you got to be cool though.
Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, I'll drive you around back. But so, okay, so not only do I have to talk you through the whole Santa thing, but now I got to talk you through what criminal Santa? What the?
Yeah.
There's no
Okay.
such
So
thing as criminal Santa, Jude.
no. What happens is, it's kind of like Robin Hood. That's the one. Robin Hood, Criminal Santa. That's what I was going for. That's what I couldn't remember the name.
You guys kind of
Robin.
get to the end of where the kind of dirt road ends, and he looks at you and he's like, come here, let me look in your eyes. Are you freaking high? Are you
I,
are you on
I am
drugs?
high. I am high on life and in love with you and the world.
Okay, so yeah, you're high. What
No.
what are you on? What the hell are you on?
Uh,
Is
it's
this is this part of your weird
sugar.
ass hallucination crap? What?
No, you know what? Just come with me. You'll understand a little bit more if you just. I'm gonna open the door. Come on.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I am gonna come along. Gets out of the car, tightens up his coat, zips up. Like, do you know where we're going here, or is this
Uh,
like, are we going off to like,
you'll know it when
Leprechaun
you see
land?
it.
All right. So you guys kind of
So
follow the path that goes from this dirt road, and yeah, about like 150 feet or so, you're walking, and there's like there's a light up ahead, believe it or not, and it's basically it looks like a constructed like tin house that's been put together, kind of haphazardly, but it's there. And seems to have its own electricity source or something because there's actual lights on it. And he's
okay.
like, "So, does someone like live here? Is this a homeless encampment?" We
Yes and no. They are homeless. I don't know if you call them somebody. Their name is Icy,
Okay,
and
okay. I'm just gonna
they
stop
really
asking you
helped me and my friend.
questions because every question I ask gets an answer that confuses me 20 times more than before I ask a question.
You know what? I completely understand. You'll get it in a moment, right? Icy! I start
Yeah,
screaming Icy as we get up close.
yeah. You kind of you see like a form move out of the door, silhouetted by the light from the place, and yeah, it is. It's sure as heck it's Icy, and Rigby kind of he sees it and stops in his tracks. He's like, "Shh, Jude, don't move."
What are we doing? Huh?
I
What is
saw I
are
saw
we
that in a
okay?
book. It's a military robot, dude. And if you don't move, maybe it won't pick us up.
Jude's gonna punch Rigby's shoulder and say, "I told you to be cool. Come on, what's up, Icy?" And I'm gonna walk closer.
Yeah. Rigby, all Rigby sees is the conversation he has to have with your parents later about how you died in front of him and there's nothing he can do. And he's just frozen. He doesn't even know what the hell to do. Yeah, Icy walks up to you, says, "Ah, I remember you.
Yeah,
Are you well?
yes. How are you doing? I love your home.
Thank you. I made it as well as I could."
That's good. This is actually my big brother, Rigby.
He he kind of moves towards Rigby, and
Rig.
Rigby is now shivering. As far as he's concerned, this is an active military robot that's about to murder him. And Icy gets close to me and extends a left hand. The right hand is still a stump where the gun used to be attached to.
Uh-huh.
And pleased to meet you, Rigby. And Rigby kind of just shakes his hand as best he can. It's like, what the hell is going on here, dude?
Okay, so this is my friend Icy. He was kind of in a tight spot a while ago, and we helped him out. And he's a really good guy. You just kind of got to get to know him.
I don't think I have time to get to know him.
Uh, don't pee your pants, please. It's gonna smell really bad in the car.
Icy's like, what did you come here for? What can I do for you?
Oh yes. I need your help, Icy, and
I
I
will
kind of
help you.
forgot. Thank you. I we I need you to bring me to these coordinates. Um, it's gonna be we're, Andy's in trouble, and he needs our help.
He Icy takes the card from you and looks at it, and you kind of see, with his little monocle eyes are both kind of focusing on it. I see. Let's be off. And with that, he
Yeah,
he literally picks you up in his arms and you're gone.
I love you, Rigby.
You're gone. You're going at like
Ah!
35 miles an hour at least. And Rigby is just as you're waving to him, he's slowly fading into the distance of in the darkness. And again, all he can think is, I just lost my brother tonight, and I have to tell my parents I brought him here to get murdered. You know, but yeah, that's neither here nor there for now. That's for a later date. But yeah, so yeah, you're zipping off, and you're going at extreme speeds here. Again, 35, 40 miles an hour cross country. And
Jude is having the time of his life. That's pretty crazy.
yep. So the remainder, the other three, get back to the hideout, and Michael is waiting, and he has Julia with him. You recognize her right off. It's been a little while, so she probably put on an inch or so of height, but still the same little girl you knew.
Oh,
And
Julie!
well, you're not there, dude.
Oh, okay, my bad.
We're at the hideout. So
I
yeah,
thought I was brought there.
no, you're brought to the site. That's the coordinates you were given. So Julie's like, this gentleman just told me that I need to be doing some helping and what it amounts to, and I'm good with it. I owed you big time, and I'm here to pay back my heroes.
Mikey's having a hard time buying that, but okay.
So yeah, Michael's like, all right, I got a car, and we probably use it kind of fast because it's a little stolen. Some habits die hard. And he's like, let's get in there. Let's get to the coordinates. Jude and Icarus, or I'm sorry, Icy will be waiting for us.
Who said some? Who stole the car?
Michael did.
What? What do you mean habits? What habits? What habits?
Get in the car, Mikey. So yeah, next thing you know, you guys are all packed into this car. It's like a 2-door, so everyone's like scrunched in the back, and it's a scene. But yeah, he basically drives you out of town to the north, out of the suburb area, and now you're kind of into the where it's kind of getting out into the farmland. And he gets this one gravel road, and it looks like it's an access road for like a loop building or something. So he turns on that. You guys are by now it's dark, and so the light, you see the headlights are kind of showing you the way, and you by the time you stop, you're at this thing that looks like a pylon in the ground, and there's Jude and Icy waiting for you.
We're playing at paper, rock, scissors.
Yeah. He's winning every time.
Every time.
So yeah, you guys get out, and Michael is he's leading the way. He's like, Icy, hey, I know you don't recognize me, but yeah, I'm a friend, and here's what we need you to do to pay us back. And he's like, okay, see that over there? And he starts walking towards that kind of pylon. It turns out to be like a shack, like a narrow shack. Open this door, please. And Icy reaches out with his left hand and wrenches this thing open. It was locked. It's like a steel door. He's just like took it straight off the hinges, basically. And he's like, okay, do you see the, if you look down there, you kind of look down, and there's what amounts to like a sealed up access tunnel. It was someone would have climbed down a ladder at one time, but this place has apparently been abandoned. And Michael is like, all right, so I know this is going to drain your battery, and I'm sorry about that, but I need you to pry this weld job off of here and get us in there. And Icy kind of examines it, stoops to get a closer look, and steps back up and looks to all of you. It will drain my battery to rip this apart. That's 3-inch steel. And Michael is like, that's fine. Just do it. And thanks.
I turn to Andy. I'm kind of a jerk sometimes.
But it's for a good cause.
So Icy gets in there, and you kind of his form kind of takes up the entire opening, and you hear the as basically this metal is first shredded almost and ripped aside, and as he kind of peels it back and folds it over to the ground, you see the light behind his eyes kind of fades out. And Michael's like, all right, there's a ladder. Let's get down here. He's going to be okay, by the way. Don't worry about your Icy.
Okay, yeah, I just didn't want to murder one of our very good friends.
There will be no murdering.
Okay.
And you guys get down. Julia's, kind of last with Michael. And he's like, all right, so we're about to get to the place. Well, we have about a mile to walk. And this, what it looks like is you guys are in an area that sits right next to the loop itself, like the actual particle accelerator corridor. This is what you're in is like a maintenance tunnel next to it. Like if something happens, this is where a engineer would go in to take care of business or what have you. So he's like, so we have about a mile to walk, and so the reason that I picked tonight to come back to is that this is the perfect night. You're all still here. There's going to be a power outage soon. It's going to take down a whole bunch of stuff, but not the laser grid that we're going to have to go through. That's why I had you get the bracelet. And he's like, that's a skeleton crew because it's just the night before Christmas. There's nothing imperative going on. So this is our very best chance to get in there undetected. And that we need to get into the central lab. So this is going to be interesting. So yeah, so let's get to walking. And he kind of takes the bracelet that Andy has, and he starts fiddling with it. It's like, all right, so what's going to happen? He's kind of talking and walking, and he's like, catch up, kids. He's like, what's going to happen is I'm basically setting this thing for a wide dispersion effect. So basically, this is going to do what it was meant to do. It was meant to protect lab workers from being hit by lasers and either being harmed or interfering with an experiment. So this wide dispersion effect is going to make it so as we touch each other in a big line, it'll affect us all. So I need you to keep up. I need you to not get lost. This is only one way, so all I have to do is really keep up. And he starts fiddling around with some controls on the inside of it. And it's at this point. We'll take a quick break. It's time for a 10-minute break. So so go ahead, take your 10, and when we get back, we'll continue on down the corridor and see what comes next.
Excellent.
All
right. We'll be back.
Can't wait.
What you want to hear?
That's about it. Well, all right, we're back from our break, and when last we left our intrepid adventurers, they were venturing through access corridor for the loop itself. Again, Mikey's kind of doodling around with the bracelet and walking and talking. What are you guys doing?
Michael.
Michael, yes, I'm sorry.
So we're all supposed to follow him and hold hands, right?
Eventually hold hands. Right now,
You mentioned something about this being one way. I mean, obviously you're gonna go back in time. What's gonna happen to the rest of us?
he's like he's looks like he's finished fiddling around with the bracelet, and he closes up a little access portal on the inside of it. He's like, Mikey, if truth be told, I really hadn't thought that far ahead.
What? The scar. Come on.
The scar. Suddenly bursts into flames. No. No. He's like, once we take care of Andy inside there, everything else is just icing on the cake.
Hey, Julie.
That doesn't answer anything.
Adult in the loop. Hello.
Oh yeah.
All right. So yeah.
That's a great card to play.
So doesn't again? It's about a mile of walking when you arrive at a different set of corridors. It looks like it's another corridor rather. It definitely looks like there's something like in the walls, and this is where Michael puts an arm out, protective arm out, and he's like, all right, so what you can't see is what will cause us some problems. And that's why we got this bracelet. So right now this is a security area. This would normally be turned off by the engineer before they went through here, but we don't have anything over there around the corner where the thing is, the control is. So that's why we have this bracelet. And he kind of grabs towards Alice. Hey, Alice, put this on. Don't worry, we can get it off. I actually am using it in the way it was meant to be used. This will be fine. You're gonna have to trust in Michael.
I have no reason to trust you.
Well, he's like, well,
why don't you put it on? Why aren't you putting it on?
Because I need to take up the rear of the thing to make sure we've cleared it before I let the charge go on this sucker.
The charge?
I don't have time to explain. Put it on.
I tell you what. Why doesn't Mikey put it on?
Sure. Mikey, put it on.
Mikey puts it on.
All right.
Okay.
He kind of touches a little, like a little touch panel thing, like a pressure sensor on the top of it, and then he says, okay, we have 5 seconds, everybody link hands and form a chain. So he grabs on. I'm assuming everyone does the grabbing as instructed, and Michael, as he had said, kind of makes himself the last person in the chain, and suddenly you can't see each other. You're just gone. You're not there.
Oh.
Yes. All right, Mikey, start walking forward. We want to get around the corner, and then some.
Okay. Okay. I take it I'm walking and feeling out there with my free hand, trying not to hit any walls or curbs or anything.
Well, you can
low-hanging pipes.
Well, you can see the stuff. You can see the world around
we just
you.
can't
You
see
can't see
each
each other. Yes.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. So yeah. So you kind of find your way around the corner, which is easy enough. Kind of taking it slow. You can kind of see. You can kind of feel like the pull and the slack and the pull of everyone's grip as since you're like the head of this chain, and I'm assuming kind of like metering your walk as you go around.
Am I holding Alice's hand?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally. Only took you almost a year. So it's a small victories for teenage boys.
Mike,
So yes,
Fortunately, she cut the fingers off of her. Well, of the two gloves that don't have the blades in them, so that there actually is some skin contact with that hand. Otherwise, it might have messed everything up here.
So yeah, you guys turn around the corner, and you again, Mikey, you keep going until Michael tells you different, and by that time you're around the corner, and he's like, "All right, let go of everyone," and then everybody lets go, and you start seeing people pop into view again, and you don't see Mikey though.
Take this off now.
Yeah, you could take it off. So there, you remember that place I pushed on it? Push it again.
Yeah. Oh,
Just make sure
okay.
not to push the button next to it.
Oh, right. Yeah, that button.
So yeah,
Okay.
you run your finger along the right area, the thing kind of pops open and falls to the ground. You're visible again.
Cool. I'm gonna hold on to that.
Yeah. So so Michael is standing there as he kind of brings himself again to the front of the group, and you are standing at a door with what looks like a card reader on it or something. As a card reader slash button pusher type of access, and he turns to you all and he's like, "This wasn't here when I was here."
Oh,
oh,
yeah. Get out of the
Oh.
way. I'll take care of this.
Ruh-roh.
So he's like, and Michael being Michael is like, so I mean, I could totally hack this thing, but I haven't used this kind of basic programming for some time. What I've been doing is way more advanced.
sounds
So
like excuses, Michael.
he kind of gives Jude a look and kind of just moves away from the door to give Mikey his space.
All right, Mikey plugs in.
Yeah, he does.
Jackson, as they used
We
to
got
say.
it, baby.
Is this going to be an assembly language?
It could be. Yeah.
Well, this will be programming, but yeah, it could be anything.
All right.
And
While
of course-
Mikey's doing that, Alice sidles up to Michael and says, "So you remember all of this, right?"
He kind of turns like, "Do you remember what you had for breakfast when you were 3 on your 3rd birthday?"
This is not breakfast when you're 3.
This was a long time ago.
Did you do the mission?
It's not that long
now?
ago. This is a significant event.
Like, I don't remember much. So, Mikey, rather, excuse me.
Really? What do you remember?
So do I get 2 bonus effects?
Yeah, you'll crack it and you get 2 bonus effects. But yeah, so Michael's like, "Alice, things fade in time. I know you're not even old enough to really have the experiences that you could really lose at this point, but trust me."
How old are you?
I'm old.
You don't remember how old you are?
He's like, let's see, let me do the math. Scott doesn't know how old he is. Let's see, so it's 2020. Let's see, how old is Mikey now?
He's 13, so he would be 48.
Okay, yeah. So after doing the math, again, that's another thing old people have to do is actually like do the math of their birth date to figure out how old they are. True story. But yes, he's like, so yeah, I'm 48. That's like almost on the verge of death for you, I'm sure.
Not really.
So, Mikey, choose your 2 effects.
Yeah. So I can't help but want to take. You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future. I assume that it won't be all Eldrin locks, but perhaps this Eldrin model of security door lock, I
Cool.
don't have to roll again for.
I'm willing
The
to
other
say that.
one, I would say the other one I want to take is that I get to show off. So,
You want to impress yourself, or
well, so like I'll be humming along at it, get done, flap it up, pull the cord, wrap it up, put it in my pocket, turn around, look at you guys, and 2 seconds later,
That's awesome. That's awesome. Bravo. Well done. Holy crap.
Great job, Mikey.
thanks.
You kind of Michael
Well,
kind of just goes straight past you. Not time to showboat, Mikey.
I think that was pretty cool, Mikey.
Your future self is kind of a dick.
I know. I'm ashamed.
I'm ashamed. All right. So you guys are gonna find yourself pretty much undeterred for a while. You're walking through several areas. You're walking through what are like at first there are a bunch of maintenance and engineering type of cubicles where this is like where actual the engineers who are repairing the loop would work and store their stuff or otherwise do normal tasks and that kind of thing. And you eventually get to what all of you recognize as kind of like the central experimentation area of the loop. And you know this because being from Nunawake, you've absolutely gone on a tour of this place with your school group at one time or another. So so you basically are at the entrance to it. There's one more door, no lock on it. Michael he kind of peers up through the window in the door. He gets down. He looks towards you guys, and there's 2 security guards in there. And we need to get them out.
Should we ask them if they can just let us through?
I don't think that's gonna work, Jude.
We can always hope.
Yeah, you can see Michael kind of grinding his teeth a little bit. Like, all right. So, who's the best at sneaking? Let's play a game.
I've got 2 points in sneak.
I am not a sneaker.
I have
Excuse me.
2.
I have 1 sneak point.
Your body score is probably higher than mine. I only have 3.
I have 5 for body.
There you go.
I have 3 for body.
So, Michael will probably kind of pat Andy on the back. He's like, "All right, I need you to go over there." And he kind of points through the window. Over at that side there, if you hit that button, you see that button on the wall, not the red one, but the blue one. All right.
Yep.
That'll lure them away, and then we'll basically have a few seconds before everything locks itself up. Who's the fastest runner here?
That would also probably be Andy.
Yeah, I have a 3
I've got
move.
one in move.
I think Alice is actually the fastest, isn't she?
I have 3 in move and 3 in body.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
Than me.
decide amongst yourselves who's going to make the run. Basically, Andy has to go to the button, and the other person, he's basically says, "All right, so as they leave, you need to go over there and shut that door, or some alarms are going to go off." So
You got this one, Alice.
Okay.
So wait till Andy does his thing, and once they get through that doorway, you make a run for it. All right. So Andy, why don't you go ahead and make your roll?
All right.
We're gonna do a sneak.
Rock and roll.
Do it, Andy.
Oh no.
You can do it again,
Uh,
Andy.
All right, so can I? What are my choices here? I can take a condition, right?
You can use a luck if you have one. I don't think you do, right?
I do not.
Then you can check a condition.
Okay.
That's another option.
Or if
and
it's your pride.
I don't think your pride applies here.
No. If only I had my baseball.
If you had your
Uh,
baseball.
Yeah, you could have thrown it at the door.
Yep. All right, so I guess I'm going to check angry
Okay.
because I'm frustrated at not being able to. I'm frustrated at the situation. Okay, so I'm gonna try.
Kind of wish you had a
sneak
drink
again.
right now.
Yeah, exactly. Wish I
Little
was
Jack
doing the
Daniels.
keg stand. All right.
Survey says
No.
so. As you're going across, you get all the way to the button and hit it, and one of the security guards is like, "Are you kidding me?" And he turns around and
Distraction.
and
Distraction.
there's Andy standing there like a deer in the headlights at this point, and they both kind of look at each other like this is literal impossibility in their brains. This is like the night shift in the center of the Eldrin Loop, and it's Christmas Eve day. How is this happening to them? They were looking forward to a night of using the security monitors to watch Christmas movies and not do jack shit, but here we are. And they're like, "Kid, what the hell are you doing?"
Merry Christmas, guys. Oh shit, look behind you.
He's like, "Yeah, this is not our first day on the job, kid. What's going on?" And that's when Michael just thwaps one of them. He comes out of nowhere and punches him in the face, and the dude drops like a sack of bricks.
Our little Mikey?
Michael.
I'm pretty bad.
Wow. Stealing
And
cars and fighting. That's
Yeah.
that's
so the other guy now is looking around. He actually gets out a thing of mace or a pepper spray or whatever it was at that time, and he's like, "Oh my god, you just downed Jeffrey."
Can I pull the fire extinguisher and blast him with it?
Sure, let's go
Awesome.
for
You're the fire extinguisher guy.
it. Yeah, that's like your thing.
How I deal with adults, man.
You fire extinguish them.
My move sucks. My force sucks.
Well, let's see. What would that be? So what's your goal here? What are you trying to do?
To distract him, to hit him in the like cover his face so he can't see what's going on, and then hopefully my older self will punch him out too. So
Well, let's call it, just because you're kind of, I can't think of another more logical one. Let's go with force. You're using a thing to direct at him,
Oh,
etc., etc. Let's make a force roll.
wish me luck. It's gonna be shitty.
I believe. Oh,
No.
no.
Do you want to spend a luck or anything?
I guess.
we need Sloth to show up and rescue us.
Sloth, yeah.
I wish there was
Wrong
some way I could add
franchise.
points to this. Like, how do we add automatic successes again?
That's the only way you can do
Success.
that is if it's your pride. You can automatically get
Oh.
a success. This doesn't
Oh.
count as a go-to guy for technical things at this point.
No, it doesn't. All right, one more time for force. Here we go. No whammies.
Oh
No.
no!
All right, that
So
ain't happening.
so
Not looking good for the good guys.
Uh-oh.
yeah, so what you do get is this incredulous look from the security guard that's still standing. I'll give one more person a shot to do something, but be quick.
Oh man, this sounds like it's a good moment for our resident badass to kick some ass.
Do we even know who that is?
Whiskey
Yeah,
And
who is that?
Andy?
That is Andy.
Are you referring to Andy?
I'm referring to Alice. The one who
Oh,
don't take no
Alice.
shit from nobody.
Alice is not
Oh.
an
It
actually
doesn't
an
take shit
ass
from no-
kicker.
Oh, that's a. Oh, yes, but Alice doesn't take shit from anyone. That's her pride, right?
Yeah, but she's not actually an ass kicker.
Well, if she checks her pride, she is for one success.
Oh, really?
Automatic.
It's your pride. It says, wasn't it? You don't take no shit from nobody.
I don't take shit from no one.
Kick him in the balls.
Does that include physical force?
It's what you
Because I've got
interpret
0
it
for
as.
force.
It includes whatever you want it to.
Yeah, well, it makes sense for this one. You're literally about to take shit from this guy. so go ahead and roll force. And if you want to check your pride, we'll give it a single success on top of whatever you roll. If you want to.
Okay.
Let's roll. Let's make the roll first. Maybe you don't have to.
Okay, I'll roll force.
Boom.
Ooh.
Shit.
Wow. Not bad.
So yeah,
So I don't even have to
Wow.
use my pride, right?
unless you want to for extra effect.
Okay, well, let's see.
So your opponent
Bonus
is knocked
effects.
unconscious. I would say use your
Give a
pride.
success, impress, frighten, or humiliate. Can your opponent take something from your opponent? Your opponent is knocked unconscious. You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future. What did you say? You said the opponent is already knocked unconscious?
No, I'm saying if you spend the only way to do that is to spend that extra, get that extra success.
Oh, okay. All right, knocked unconscious.
All right. So are you checking your pride then?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I only do that once?
Yep.
Is that the deal?
Yeah, once per session. All right.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you have enough. How does Alice do
So
this?
I don't actually need to run to close the door now because that only was important after these guys left.
Right. Exactly.
through the door.
So
Okay.
so describe what you did. You're the one with the successes here.
Okay. I just say, oh, what the, oh, fuck. And I just run out from behind Andy. I push Michael out of the way and I just, wind up and sock the guy in the face. And he kind of stumbles backwards, almost trips over his own feet, falls down. And then I just bend down over him and punch him again.
Oh my God.
Right in the nose, and his head bounces off the concrete floor, and that's what knocks him out.
Yeah, that'll do it. That would definitely do it. So good job. Yeah,
And
Michael.
I stand up and I say, "Wow."
Yeah, Michael for his part is just kind of looking very shocked. Like, I did not expect that. I don't remember this.
How did you cover yourself in?
Yeah. Well, wait. Did he say that out loud?
No, I'm
I don't
giving
remember this.
I'm giving the internal monologue.
Okay.
How did you
That
cover
was a pretty
yourself, Mike?
suspicious
Are you
statement.
supposed to point the
Yeah.
hose at them?
I'll say, yeah, he does say it out loud. He'll say it. I don't remember this part. And with that, you guys
You
are
remember
in
the other
lab.
parts? Are you saying you remember the other parts?
Not now, Alice.
This is Alice.
Yeah. Michael's like, yeah, not right now, Alice. We're almost there. The finish line is literally right in front of us.
Well, somebody's finish line.
Mikey.
Yeah.
I need that part.
Oh, sure. Opens up the backpack, pulls out the My Little Pony thing. Realizes it says My Little Pony, feels a little inferior in front of, his friends.
Hey,
Quickly discards that to hand him over the part.
Friendship is magic is the rule here. So yes. So yeah, he takes the part, and again, you guys are in a lab. This is actually a functioning, real honest to goodness lab that takes part of the actual particle accelerator loop as part of its facility here. So he basically puts this part in, he kind of snaps it in behind another machine not too far away. And he's like, all right, so what's going to happen is I need to hook you guys up. Andy's gonna be at the end of the line. This is gonna be another chain. He's like, I'm getting some sensors here. I'm gonna apply them to you, and basically I'm gonna apply them to your foreheads, and I'll activate things, and the machine will do what it does, and it'll flow into Andy. Are you guys ready?
And what's the
Yeah, I
deal with
guess.
Julie? Is Julie with us too,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, she's at
Yeah.
the front of the line,
okay?
so she's the first person to
She's
get
the
hooked
one
up.
who's given up 20 years.
Yeah,
23.
20. You're the
No,
extra
Oh.
3.
20 in total.
We're doing
Oh,
great.
20.
For some
We're-
reason, she's being stingy about the other 3.
If asked, Michael will say basically that there's a limit to what can be done here. So yeah, yeah, so she's hooked up first, and then who's gonna get hooked up second?
I
Not
do
that it
well.
not that it really matters.
Is this like a chain?
Yeah, it's a chain with
We're all hooked up
yeah.
at the same time. It's like Christmas lights, right?
All right, I'll say goes to Mikey next and puts a trode on his forehead, and
or do we need to bite down on our wallets or anything?
it's like no, it's not even gonna hurt.
You've done this
Jude,
before? Oh yeah, okay. Hey Julie, are you doing okay over there? We haven't really talked a lot.
it's like I'm gonna be fine.
Okay.
Looks up Jude, goes to Alice, and he just feels some kind of debate coming on as he pulls out the electrode and puts it toward moves it towards her slowly, giving her time to object and argue.
I look at sorry, Julie, and I say, "You trust this guy?"
Yeah, he told me some things that only someone real close to me could know. Apparently, we know each other in the future. I keep in touch, and
Okay.
I owe you all, so I'm cool.
All right.
So unless we stop him, Michael's gonna put the trode on your forehead.
Yeah. Do it.
All right. And then last but not least, Andy. He puts a trode on Andy's forehead and then one on the back of each of his hands. And he's like, all right, this is going to feel weird, but it won't hurt. And with that, he hits the switch, and you hear a hum, and it grows. And suddenly you guys can't see anything. Your eyes don't seem to be working right. It's you kind of feel this. You feel the hum inside you. The one that was emanating from the machine is now kind of in your brain.
Or other
And
senses, like are we aware of the room, or are we losing sense of that too?
You're kind of I would say you're kind of losing sense of that. You start kind of hearing other people's thoughts actually. Like I'm not sure what Alice is thinking at the top of her head. Like this guy's gonna try to kill us. I just know it, or Jude's like, I wonder how my family is doing. Did they eat the cookies already? Andy's like, man, why didn't I bring the jack? And you feel suddenly warm. I'm not sure if you've ever had morphine, but it feels like morphine. It feels like you suddenly have sensation of what you have to assume is your body. It feels tingly, warm, kind of like this soft thing being pulled over you, and you feel like you're floating. And suddenly the cares of your day, the fact that you're stuck in the freaking Eldrin Loop facility doesn't matter for a second. And just as soon as it starts, it stops. And you're all standing there just like you were. Michael his finger is just coming off the button again. And he's like, it's done. You guys just saved your friend's life.
Thanks,
Wow, that
guys.
was, hey, Andy, Do you feel different? You feel like stronger? Do you feel like you've got like any powers, or can you read minds?
Yeah,
No,
Michael actually laughs at that one. It's like, God damn.
no, man. That was so weird, but yeah, I guess I don't feel different other than relieved. You know, really appreciate it, guys. It's so freaky, like to think that in 10 years I was gonna die.
Oh,
That's crazy.
don't get hit by a bus, dude.
Irony is thy name. So with that, so you guys are right next to the actual. You can actually see the particle accelerator. There's actually like a glass or some kind of plexiglass or something case around it, but you actually see real, honest to goodness, faster than light particles cruising around. This is not real science, so bear with me. This is Eldrin tech. This is so.
Let's create some antimatter.
Yeah. So Michael's like, all right. So where's the grenade?
Jude?
Alice holds it up,
Alice.
takes it out of her backpack, holds it up,
All right.
and says, "First, I got a few conditions.
We don't have time for this, Alice.
Jude, take this guy's picture."
Oh yeah, and I'll take a quick picture of Michael.
Okay, I'll take a close-up picture of his Eldrin ID badge on his lab coat.
This feels really invasive, but all right.
Yeah, invasion goes both ways. Invasive.
Well, I mean, we did
Okay.
give up a year of our life, whatever that means. So I guess
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah,
okay.
whatever that means. Yeah. So have you taken the pictures?
Yeah,
This
no,
is-
I
You
got
take
it.
the. Okay, can I have them?
Drawing. Yeah,
Oh,
they're not done yet.
Okay. All right. So Alice takes
Thanks for the follow,
the
Colo.
pictures, especially the one of your face. She holds it up to you and says, "Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to give you the grenade, but I'm keeping this picture. I'm keeping the ID badge picture. And what date is it where you came from? What date did you travel back from?
June 21st, 2020.
June 21st, 2020. Anytime after that, you can expect me to show up, and you're going to send me back to December 23rd, 1971, and I'm going to save my fucking parents."
Ooh. Tales from the Flood.
Yeah. Here's the grenade. Expect my visit.
He takes it. He kind of gives like the nod. Touche, Alice. I'll expect your visit. And with that,
Yeah. And you're telling me you don't remember this.
there's a lot of things going on. He
Well,
kinda,
but this would be an
You're
alternate.
damn right there are.
Hey, real quick, Michael. Criminal Santa, they're real, right? You have Criminal Santa?
he just looks at you. He's like, Andy will tell you all about it.
Okay.
I gotta go, but
Michael,
yeah,
what happens to mom and dad?
Mikey, why? Here, I'm not gonna tell you, but here's something I will give you. He takes off his wedding band and tosses it at you, and he's like, "What's really gonna scramble your noodle is if you use this. Where did the ring come from?" And with that, he reaches out to the conduit, hits it, and he's gone in a flash of light.
What about Julie?
She's still there.
Oh, okay.
She's not from the future.
Oh, right. Okay. I get it. Yeah.
Well, I think I remember how to use the anti-laser bracelet to get out of here.
So, do you look at the ring, Mikey?
Yeah, I look at the ring.
So it's a normal band. On the inside, there's an inscription. It says Michael plus Rebecca.
Ooh. Interesting.
Rebecca.
And with that,
God.
you guys will make your way out.
Guys, I think I'm gonna marry Rebecca.
Who's Rebecca?
Becky
Becky.
from the video store.
Ah.
Oh. How?
I know.
There's a lot of
So does
Rebeccas
that,
in the
does that mean
world.
you're breaking up with
Don't
Robin?
start counting your Rebeccas.
And with that, you guys make your way back through and find your way out to the night. And as you kind of look up, as the snow's coming down on you on this Christmas Eve day, night, kind of look around and, you know, kind of probably hits you all at the same time that, you know, this moment doesn't last forever. There's a future where who knows what is going to happens. But for now, for this moment, the four of you came together, saved the life of one of your own, and it meant something. And the fact that all the things you did together made it possible just you know, kind of hits you that, you know, this is what the good things we did paid off.
If we had never done those other things, this never would have been possible.
Yeah. It's when you really think about it, it's kind of like the good you give is the good you get back, right?
Yeah. This feels like Stand By Me.
What's
All right.
that?
So as you guys kind of walk out into the night, that's where the campaign ends, and we kind of bring things to a close. And here we are. We finished. We finished what we started.
Yeah.
So good job, guys.
My last bit of
Wow.
my last bit of Mikey dialogue is something about in trailing off. Do you think it was like the Princess Bride, like where they were sucking the life out of him and then they had to give him life back? You know.
Yeah, I think so.
I have to rent that one again.
What's that?
Yeah. I forget that did you guys actually see the Princess Bride, or did you fall asleep or whatever? Get knocked out before you could actually watch the whole thing.
I don't remember now.
You talking about Revenge of the Nerds?
Oh, it was Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, we ended up watching Revenge of the Nerds. Yep.
That's right. Cool. All right. Well, that's it. So, what are you?
No more doing dangerous things. I mean it.
I mean it.
Anybody want a peanut?
Do you want a peanut? All right. So, what are you guys' thoughts now that we've completed the session 0 plus 10 episodes? What are you thinking?
Yeah.
I feel like we should have completed the criminal Santa thread somewhere. Kind of left open and dangling, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true story.
Like we're just starting to get to know what's her name?
Center?
Katie?
Yeah. Katie Farrell.
The new drummer for the girl group.
That's a really cool add-on. I love that, Bob.
Yeah, that was very cool. Yeah, I like that. Good times.
No, I thought it was a lot of fun. You know, especially for those of us who lived through the 80s. You know, the nostalgia, just kind of like, you know, in your mind going back to that era and the music, the cultural things. That's what I enjoyed.
Yeah. I at all times, in my head, visioning basically what it's like when I was a kid. So it's unreplaceable.
True story.
It was not too long ago for me, so it's easier.
Funny.
No, but Robert, I thought you rolled with it pretty well, given that you don't have any reference to the 80s other than TV and movies. But I thought you played it well.
Yeah, good job.
It was. I just kind of tried to avoid most references to like pop culture. That's why it was so easy for me to hop in a Jude because I am just kind of an outsider coming in and exploring whatever the 80s is alongside you guys.
Awesome.
So great way to use that character class.
Yeah, it was really actually quite insightful.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
job. Nice.
Yeah, so that was he got all right. So what how did I was still tripping? How did Mike get Becky? That still blows my mind.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like,
And who knows who Becky actually is?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikey definitely is kind of on the side of Alice. Like, how could it possibly be? Like, you know, I don't necessarily want to be told who I'm gonna marry.
Mhm. Yeah,
Well,
and
I think the point though is that you can't. I mean, that doesn't necessarily, because we've created a different time stream here, right? You know, kind of like Back to the Future. So we have a separate time stream where you still have a choice. So in this time stream, you don't have to marry a Becky, but you could.
So one of the kind of callbacks I was doing to is another 80s movie with Christopher Reeve. He's an
Superman.
author. He's like, I forget was it? Did you say?
Superman?
No. Nice try though.
Somewhere in time.
Somewhere in time, yes. So he basically
Yeah.
the idea is basically he's an author in the present day, and this old woman comes to him and gives him this watch and says, "Come back to me." And he finds out she's this woman who lived, in this town that he's in, not many years ago, and et cetera, et cetera. And he kind of decides to time travel, and he cut out all the crap he does. So he takes this watch and goes back in time, and he's with her, and not to totally spoil it for you, but he basically gets pulled back to the present day, and the watch is left behind with her. So then the problem, the paradox is, where'd the watch come from? She gave it to him. He goes back in time, gives it to her. She then in turn goes, goes through time and gives it to him, and he travels back, gives it to her. Who made the watch? So where'd the ring come from? Well, yeah.
One ring
Uh,
to rule them all.
It could be.
I wonder how Rigby's gonna wrap his mind around the robot being kind of a chill guy.
That's a great dangling thing right there. Is forget who Mikey's going to marry. What's Rigby doing right now?
Mom, Dad, Jude was murdered by a battle robot.
They probably just think he got high or something.
Yeah, I suppose there is. Your family does
Yeah.
have that going for him. It's like, oh yeah, what are you on, kid? Nothing we haven't tried, but it's gonna be okay. You're gonna come down.
That's funny.
Cool. Well, again, you guys are awesome. Like I said, this is my key phrase with this is bittersweet, because it really is. I'm glad that we finished off the campaign, because I think it was time for it to end. It feels like it. But on the other hand, I really like these kids, and I'd like to hang out with them more. So there's that, both sides of that coin. But again, maybe there's Tales from the Flood someday in our future. Well, I'll have to all get back together and play another 5 or 10 years in the future.
I don't want to see these guys ever again.
Jude died. But Rigby's with you now, played by another character.
Yeah. That's what brings us together, as we open up standing over the grave of Jude.
That's so sad.
And y'all are like, I did not see this coming.
Yeah.
Was that like the big chill? Or
Bad Santa got him.
Criminal Santa.
Criminal
Yeah.
Santa.
All right.
Criminal Santa, yeah.
So so yeah, but I mean, this is awesome. I liked all the characters. You guys were all awesome. Again, as I kind of pointed out before in previous episodes, you all are a different kind of creative, and you brought it to the table. So I thought that was just really cool. We got, like, again, different creatives, different angles on all of this. And yeah, that was Dr. Eckerly. That was cool. The last demand type of thing.
Did not see that coming.
I did not see that coming either, but it makes a whole frick a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's
Good.
clever.
That was really good.
Well, and thank you, Scott, for being the GM and for doing such a great job with just, the improv and the whole, just rolling with the whole story and kind of like doing this on the fly. That's, that's a great skill.
Oh, well,
Did you
thanks.
have this ending planned beforehand?
No, it just kind of came together that's like, oh, I want to bring, my thought was, I want to bring everything together. So like all the other adventures had to have meant something beyond what you guys did. And suddenly this made a whole lot of sense. And, the one thing I hadn't really done is time travel in this game. Actually, one of the mysteries that you didn't get to was a kind of temporary time travel thing. But I hadn't done time travel in our campaign, so I'm like, well, that's a Tales from the Loop staple, fading in or out of time, and etc. So I got to do it, So this is a matter of putting everything together like that. But yeah.
Did we miss any of our relationships?
I don't think so. Well, there were two other mysteries. There was the Nike missile silo, and there was the combined schools. And I'm going to be after this is done, I'm actually going to put my version of the Niniwaki, Wisconsin guide, like I gave you guys, but with all the extra stuff. So, and I'm going to put it out there on Reddit and elsewhere. So, like, it's literally a fully blown city with fully blown, just like in the book, a fully blown set of mystery locations that's ready to go, along with the
Cool.
relationships that hook up with them. I'm going to be putting it out there for anybody to use, and you guys can check it out and see what I actually worked with and what you guys came up with, and the ones we missed. We missed, like I said, we missed the 2 adventures, but that kind of thing. So yeah, I'll put that out there for everybody to see and offer it up to anybody who wants to run Niniwaki, Wisconsin. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm happy with the way everything turned out, and again, you guys were just awesome. You really brought the characters to life, and I think there was a good amount of change too from I think most of you. I think even I think maybe Jude and Andy were on the less changing part of the spectrum, but I think you still kind of brought it home that this is a developing character. I think it was more about Jude's home life that kind of brought that out, and for Andy it was more like the different sports, as he got into that, to like football, and we saw about his dad, how his dad pushes him, and the drinking and all that kind of stuff that really kind of brought that home. So again, I think it was kind of cool to see that. And of course Mikey became went from law abiding rule stickler to minor criminal, and Alice kind of
and apparently a career car thief.
possibly. But Alice started out as kind of like I don't know, I want to say I very much felt that she was a loner who was just hanging with people because that's what you're supposed to do. And I think by the end she actually gave a shit about the other kids and that kind of thing, and that they became important, whereas in the beginning they were just kind of like these dudes you hang with to do something, get out of the house, away from the step parents or whatever. So that's kind of cool.
And she actually started a band.
Thank freaking goodness. I was waiting on that the whole damn campaign, but good way to bring that home very well. By the way, that was awesome. That was a nice add-on. So yeah, we got let's do a chop. Let's do a chop for Jude to kind of bring it home. All right, excellent. Anyone viewing that who doesn't know what the hell we're talking about will have to watch previous episodes to get that whole thing. But anyway, any final thoughts before I kind of close it up and call it done? Dr. Arculari, what are you thinking? Not to put you on the spot, but to put you on the spot.
It was a lot of fun. I also just the whole time travel thing. When we're talking about that, I just wanted to throw in that my favorite dismissal of time travel paradoxes is in the movie Looper.
Oh,
yeah, where I forget who's I can't remember the name.
Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is
Yeah.
one of the guys, and I
Yeah,
forget who the
what's
other
his
dude
name?
is.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, where they're sitting in the diner talking, and the other guy, starts talking about paradoxes, and Bruce Willis says, "Look, we could spend all afternoon sitting here diagramming paradoxes with soda straws, or just forget it." And I thought that was the greatest dismissal of time travel
That
paradoxes.
movie, very bittersweet as well.
Oh my goodness! All right, how about Aaron? What's your final thoughts on the campaign?
Yeah, I really don't want to leave this behind, but I do feel like it is break time too. I'm really looking forward to coming back together and taking this to the next stage, next
Tales from
Tales
the
from the Flood or
Flood.
whatever. And I think it's one of the things I'm super impressed by in how you play your NPCs, Scott, is like the range that you'll go to based off the character that you're talking to, right? Like people are your NPCs are very different depending on which player character you're actually talking to. Like you really bring a sense of relationship, and you can easily go to from like something that's like domineering to something that's someone that's super vulnerable, and it feels consistent. Like your characters feel very consistent
Okay,
when they
thanks.
come out. So yeah, I'm really impressed by that.
Cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
It's hard to not want experience. And it's hard to not collect stuff too. Like in this game, the idea that everything other than your one iconic item pretty much is thrown away at the end of the session.
Right.
The old habits die hard of
I keep it in
gold
my pack.
farming and yeah. Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
in my bag.
It's there are some things I have to admit that I retconned from. Well, one thing in particular from what you had said, where Alice had this evidence collected, and I understand. You said, well, like her mother just throws it away or something like that, but I came up with a more satisfying solution for what happened to that stuff. She was hiding it in this cold air return vent, and unbeknownst to her, her uncle decided to install central air, and the first thing was to go through and sheetrock over all the cold air return vents. And she came home one day, and the vent was gone. It was sheetrocked over. So the evidence was there underneath the floorboards, but she couldn't get to it.
That's pretty cool too.
Oh my God, that's great.
Yeah.
She comes back in 30 years, kicks down the door. Yeah, I used to live here. Trust me. I just got to get something.
Yeah. I have to admit that hiding place is based on one I found in the house I grew up in. And I used it to hide Playboy magazines. And I've always thought about going back there to whoever owns that house now, like knocking on the door and say, look, I grew up in this house, and if it's all right with you, I just wanted to check and see if my Playboy magazines are still here.
That'd be something to explain.
I would
Those
like
are
you.
vintage, man.
Could you please video that event when that happens? I would really love to see that. I would love to see the hell out of that. All right. Okay. How about Tim? What are your final campaign thoughts?
Really enjoyed playing this with all these guys, and although I know Aaron very well, and I've gotten to know Scott, and then now Bob and Robert, and this was fun. And for me, getting the chance to actually role play a lot more than when I've played other role playing games where it's a little bit more focused on killing the monsters, getting the treasure, dungeon crawl, that kind of stuff. This was something that's very much focused on the true role playing aspect, and for me this was really the first time I've done something like this. So but it was really enjoyable, and I feel like the four of us were able to work really well to try to build those characters and interact. And as time went on, I think it became a lot easier. At first, I was sort of just learning and trying to figure out how you do this.
Okay.
So at any rate, it feels like the end of the Lord of the Rings when they're all getting sort of saying their goodbyes and going their separate ways.
Awesome. Cool. All right. That leaves us with Robert. Robert, what are your final thoughts?
Man, I've honestly very much enjoyed playing with Aaron and Tim and Dr. Akilare. It's been kind of a weird ride, and I feel like Jude. I came in with Jude being mostly like a complete character. I wanted them to kind of be more of like an emotional anchor for whatever the team was going through. But I I mostly just kind of resorted to talking so fast that Scott just his brain starts tripping up and he just has to put the brakes so hard.
It was all about messing with Scott, right? It's
It
like,
generally
I
is.
I definitely got the anchor thing. I definitely felt the anchor thing. That was very strong.
and
Yeah.
and one of
absolutely.
my I really liked your character. And one of my favorite things actually was the Katie Farrell thing, where it's like, what are we going to do? How are we going to talk to her? And I thought that you're just like, train of consciousness splatter that you threw at her was absolutely the thing that she did not have a clue how to deal with, and that there was nothing that was dishonest about it. It was all coming from what you were really kind of wondering and feeling and wanting to say. And I think that in a lot of ways, that's what made that work. If you just look at the characters, because it completely disarmed her. It completely threw her off from, the word, from that evening as she had imagined it.
Richard?
I really
So,
appreciate
yeah.
that.
Yeah. I have to say I love the fact that Mikey Wong's parents were so shitty that he found an anchor in Jude's mother. His own.
Oh, yeah, that was really good.
We
Yeah.
finally got to that point where they are worthless to him, and it's time to just move on to better pastures. Sort of thing. That was hilarious. I do
But
miss.
it's also a thing. I don't know. I know there was a period in my life where I latched on to the, friends of my parents to talk to about things that you just can't talk to your parents about.
No, not at all.
Someone removed. Oh my God! You're put it away, Scott.
Yeah, all right. I just want to bring out Jude's mom one more time. There were so many I didn't get to use.
I think that helped a lot. By the way, those
Yeah.
images.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of cool. Little snap camera there for you.
And they were well chosen.
Oh, here's
Totally, yeah.
here I know here's the fan favorite. Let's see. Hold on. There's there's the fan favorite right there.
There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, hail adventurers! Welcome.
Very cool.
I wish it was nicer.
I wish it was nicer too. But awesome. So yeah, I mean, I've already kind of shared my feelings here. You guys did awesome. I'm so glad. This is like the perfect group. Jude's joining me for my next campaign. One of the next campaigns. The Kids on Brooms.
Yeah.
So
What's
that's
that
cool.
like? What's that? What are you guys going to be doing there?
So that's the way I describe that book is it's Harry Potter with the numbers filed off.
Right.
Pretty much.
Magic.
Magic kids and magic school. So that's the next thing.
What are you playing in the new game?
Oh, I don't 100% know.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, save it, Jude. Save it. Trust me. It's literally worth it.
Confidential.
It's totally confidential. Not really.
I'm just trying to build suspense here, take this audience and get them to care about the next show.
Awesome.
I hope for my next character in Kids on Brooms to be more maybe a little less naive, and probably get into a lot more trouble.
They're decent. Cool. So yeah, just as a note, Kids on Brooms is based off of Kids on Bikes, which is the alternate campaign I was looking at to run with this one. It was a 50-50. And it just turned out that Tales from the Loop won out by mere percentage points in the end, and so we ran Tales from the Loop. But otherwise, it was potentially going to be Kids on Bikes, which is more. It definitely has more of a Stranger Things vibe to it than anything. Yeah. So just as a note. Anyway, so let's do this. I'm gonna say goodbye to my stars of the show one last time, and let's say bye to Dr. Oculari.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye, Dr. Oculari. And there's his banner as usual. Definitely, Dr. Oculari does do a stream. He does mostly
Now and then.
Now and then. He does a video gameplay type thing. So check him out. It's always kind of cool to listen in, see what he's doing. And then we have Aaron.
And if anybody's interested, Mikey does have a paper on Taiwan, so
If you want to post that somewhere. Yeah.
I'm willing to share. Yep.
Wow.
And definitely check out Mikey's playlist on the Discord's channel resources.
Yeah, it's like 4.5 hours long now, I think.
Yeah, and awesome.
Jeez.
All the good stuff. All the good stuff. And then we have Tim.
Hope to see you guys again. Had a great time. And again, thanks much. And thanks for watching.
Awesome. Cool. And Robert.
I guess I'll see you in the next campaign, Scott. It was fun playing with you guys, Mikey. Not Mikey, Aaron, Dr. Oculari, Tim. I don't know, man. I guess I'd be really excited to do another campaign with you guys.
Yeah,
me
too.
That's like the highest praise you can give to a gamer, a role-playing gamer. Literally. Cool. So yeah, and that's awesome. And again, this is such an awesome campaign. Again, it is bittersweet, and I keep using that because it's just the perfect word. But it's just right. So again, sorry to see you guys go, but it was a good time to wrap her up and kind of bring all the pieces together. So yeah, these are the stars that show up here, and I am your game master. I'm Scott of Scott's Case Files, and if you're watching me on Twitch, all my stuff is below, all the links. If you click on About, you can get all that. Again, I'm going to be running some more campaigns real soon. I'm taking a week off of all streaming and all role-playing games, and then the very next week we're going to the 2 campaigns. So if you're seeing this on YouTube, all my stuff is in the description, and remember to hit the like, subscribe, and hit the little bell to get alerted when I put some new out, that kind of stuff. And otherwise, thanks to anyone who's watching and anyone who does watch us in the future. This was an awesome ride, and you got treated to some awesome role players up here, so consider yourself lucky. And with that, I wish everybody a fond farewell, and I will see you again soon, and these guys just might too. So take care all.